What's up, everybody? My name is Tommy Griffith. I'm one of the co-founders of ClickMinded. Today, we're going to be going over how to onboard a new Google Ads client fast. This is how I do Google Ads client onboarding in 5 minutes or less. Now, if you're running a digital marketing agency or consultancy, I doubt that I need to explain to you how painful, tiring, and cumbersome it can be to do new client onboarding for Google Ads management, especially if your new client is hiring you because they're quasi-digital marketing illiterate. So we're gonna go through the process of optimizing the new client onboarding if you're running their Google Ads. So for today's tutorial, we're gonna be using the ClickMinded SOP library, and we're gonna use the Google Ads new client onboarding SOP. So I'm in the ClickMinded members area, and on the left-hand side, I'll click execute. That takes me to the massive library we have of SOPs, templates, and prompts. You can very easily filter by different categories, platforms, use cases, and resource types. You can also use the search function to find it on your own. I could come here and type onboard and see what comes up and scroll down a little bit. Here we go. SOP number 141, onboard a client for Google Ads. We're going to use this one today. Okay, so now I'm on SOP number 141, onboarding a client for Google Ads. If you're unfamiliar with how ClickMinded SOPs work, we'll do a quick overview. The export options are up here. I can export as PDF, Google Docs, and .docx. We also have one-click project management integrations with Asana, Notion, ClickUp, Monday, and Trello. Every SOP starts the same way. We have a goal, ideal outcome, why it's important, where it's done, when it's done, and who does it, along with any prerequisites or requirements. As we move along, we can check these off, and we'll see the little progress meter move along as we move through the SOP. So for this one, we're going to get this is essentially a centralized SOP that links you out to a bunch of different documents. So we'll follow this along. We'll open all of these up in a new tab, and we can follow the steps. Make a copy of the following templates. Template number 40. That's the onboarding email template. Template 42, that's the client onboarding questionnaire. And template 37, that's the client kickoff call template. We'll open all of these up in a new tab. In the onboarding email, edit all that are highlighted. That's the client name, email address, URL of the Google Drive you made a copy of, the date and time, the URL. So we do all the work for you. You just need to replace the variables with your own URLs. So here's template number 40, the onboarding email template for Google Ads clients. We can export this as PDF, Google Docs, or .docx, and you can see a small preview of it here. Subject, getting started on your Google Ads campaign. Hey name, great to have you on board. And you can see all the variables are highlighted here. All you need to do is change them with your own information, change the URLs to your own Google Drive folder, the time and date, the link to the kickoff call, and the names of the account managers that are going to be working with the client. Template 42, the client onboarding questionnaire for Google Ads. Use this questionnaire to gather crucial information about your client before you kickstart the project. All of the business information of the client, website, email address, contact information, their goals and objectives, preferred channels, monthly ad budget. You can use this template and make modifications to it as you see fit. It's able to be exported as a Google Sheet or a .xlsx file. And template 37, the client kickoff call template. So this is a simple deck that you can use for your client. You can export it as PDF, Google Slides, or .pptx. All you need to do is make edits here and modify these things as you need to, understanding the client's business, customer insights, goals and challenges, budget, next steps, and action plan. You can make modifications here as you need to. Jumping back into the main SOP, we've filled out all that information. We can check that off and move along. Next is the actual client onboarding. Send the onboarding email as soon as you receive the signed contract. Set up a kickoff call with the client. Make sure your client has filled in template 42, client onboarding questionnaire for Google Ads. Use template 37, the client kickoff call. Develop a strategy. And we actually list out the additional SOPs that you can use to strategize for this client. SOP number 147, perform keyword research for Google Ads. We can open that up. Reverse engineer competitors' Google Ads strategy with SOP number 88. Define the Google Ads structure, SOP 143, design and structure a Google Ads campaign. Presenting your findings, propose a strategy, and get approval from the client with SOP number 146. Create a Google Ad campaign strategy proposal for a client. Write a creative brief for designers if you're running display ad campaigns. SOP number 137, create a design brief for Google display ads. You and your team should then have access to all assets and can proceed to launch the campaigns. And let's quickly take a look at all of those SOPs that we opened up on the original document. SOP number 147, perform keyword research for Google Ads. All the things you need to do to perform comprehensive keyword research for a new Google Ads campaign. SOP number 146, create a Google Ad campaign strategy proposal for a client. Everything you need for a brand new proposal for a client. SOP number 137, create a design brief for Google display ads. Everything you need to create a design brief for Google display ads. And template number 42, client onboarding questionnaire for Google Ads. All the information you need to receive from the client in order to get a new campaign started. You can export this as Google Sheets or .xlsx files. So that's it. That's a high-level overview of how to bring on a new Google Ads client as fast as possible. Now, I have a challenge for you. If you have a new client that you recently signed, or maybe you're in the process of signing someone and you've only done half of these things, use this process. Go through the SOPs. Go through every template. Line by line, step by step, follow the instructions, or have an employee or a staff member follow these instructions and watch how seamless it is. There's links down below to do all this right now. Check it out. Thanks a lot.